Hey there everyone, welcome back to Gamevine, and my name is Dave, and today we're going to be flying high in today's review of The Great Dragon Race. Let's do it. Now, as a disclaimer, this is a review copy from Outset Games. Thank you so much for your support, and they sent us quite a bit of games, so you'll be seeing some reviews of them on here in the near future. So this is a kids game. It's a racing game. I would say the age bracket, if I had to choose, would be anywhere from 6 all the way up to like 12. That would be a good range. And you see it is a dragon race, up to 4 players, and it's got some take that aspect and or set playing, so hand management. You have cards that you're playing, trying to go all throughout this beautiful board. The box is very eye-catching, even though the box is very big. And like in most kids games, there are spaces on the board that do various things as well. So let me show you the production of this game, which already, I'll tell you right now, get the thumbs up, and then I'll tell you how to play, and I'll give you my thoughts after that and tell you if I recommend this game. Let's go. Alright, so this is what you get in the box, the oversized box, might I add, but it's big because it has to accommodate for the large board, which is beautiful. We'll get to that a little bit more. The cardboard for the dragons here, let's see how it is. It's not crazy thick, but it will stand the test of time. And it's nice, not linen finish though. Each dragon here has its own little stand, and each is going to have its own little insignia that will be important later. Yeah, he's probably my favorite, even though he's the green dragon. This guy has a little bit of purple and blue. You know, I like the mixture of that, and he is probably my least favorite. He just looks weird. Okay, and the cards here are okay, they're not linen finished, but they have decent art on them, and they didn't have to have these backgrounds here, but they do. And then some of these special cards here are going to knock people back. It's that take that kind of aspect, but basically you're playing numbers and sets, and that's what these cards are. You also get these oversized player boards explaining everything in the game. This game is simple, so once you learn it, you shouldn't have to use these, but they're there. It also gives a little description on all the dragons here, which that I find pretty cool. So you can take your time and look those over yourself, but each dragon has its own little backstory. So, oh yeah, the cards came in a tuck box. That's something, huh? Alright, so now let me show you how to play this game. Alright, so the game is just a kids racing game, really quite simple. You're going to have to manage your hand though to do the best. So everyone will start off with 5 cards in their hand, and some cards have numbers like I said, and some are special powers. You'll be traveling along this race track here, and there are different spots that we'll go over that do different things. But how do you move? Well, you can either play a number card 1 through 5 and move that many spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if another dragon player lands on your space, well, he or she will get to steal one of your cards, and they'll go ahead and pick it after you fan it out. And the other way you can move is if you do trips. If you have trips of any number, you can move to the next closest watering hole. And watering hole are these big circles here. I don't know if you can see this, but the board looks like maybe busy to some people. I think it's beautiful, but there is one confusing spot with an arrow, but we'll get into that. But like I said, if you play trips, you can go to the next watering hole, no matter how many spaces it is, and the watering hole is a safe area. There are 5 of them on the boards here, and that's important because people can play power cards on you, and they are as follows. Passing wind. You can catch a breeze that provides a burst of speed proceeding to the next watering hole. That's good for you. Or downdrift. The lead player is blown back to a space behind yours, and if you're in last place, well, suddenly he is in last place. Tornado. Move ahead 6 spaces or send more of a player back to the previous water hole. You can go back quite a bit. And balls of fire, basically. Fly away. All players move back 3 spaces, even you. But if you're on a watering hole, that won't affect you. Now, strategy. Upwind, updraft, updraft here. Pass a player immediately ahead and take a space in front of them. But there are a few of these in here. Halt. You can basically cancel. We've seen these in games before. So you can cancel anything that a player is doing, either a number card or something against you. Just always pay attention. Now, there are a few things that I'm going to go over on the board here. First one is the ball of fire. If you land on that or an arrow, ballista arrow, you have to discard a card, and your other opponents will discard it for you. You'll just fan them out and they'll take one. And there are shortcuts. There's only one. You can see it right here. There's an arrow. So if you land directly on that, you can take a shortcut, which is a bit of a jump, but there's a watering hole. So you're going to have to gauge if it's worth it, because somebody might backdraft you, take you all the way back. So going here might be the better action. Continue doing that, playing cards, moving, taking dragons behind you and in front of you until somebody finally gets to the finish point, and then they win. And a couple things that I didn't note was you always draw up the 5 cards in the beginning of your turn, and if you ever play a card that has the insignia that your dragon has, then you get to take another turn. So it is random, and you pick your dragon at the beginning of the game, but if it does happen, you'll be able to take another turn. So that's pretty much it. Now let me give you my thoughts on this game. So that's how you play the Great Dragon Race. Now, with kids games, I don't necessarily give them a score. I either say I recommend them or I don't. And what do I do with this? I recommend it. So it does get the Game Vine Play It award. This is great for, like I said, 6 to 12. And my daughter, she is just a little past that at this point, but she likes dragons, so it enamored her for a good couple plays. But after that, it wasn't anything that she was like, oh, let's go play the Dragon Race. But when we did play it, it was fun. It did run smooth, and it are those kind of chuckle moments like I just made you come all the way back here. A little bit like Mario Kart race aspect. And I like that. It's very simple, straight to the point. Get a set, go to the safe base in the watering hole, and try to get to watering hole after watering hole. Sometimes it's like you're very anxious. You're like 2 spaces away from the watering hole, and you're like, no, do not take me back, do not take me back. And then they take you back, and you're like, oh, I was almost there. So you get those moments, but it's not anything that's going to blow your mind. It is solid. The box is too big for what the game is, but it is beautiful. I love the production. The gameplay is solid, though replayability for it may start to kind of fall off after so long. But overall, I do recommend these, and if you're still here, you know if you want this game or not, and it will be in the description down below. Once again, thank you so much, Outset Games, for providing us with this review copy. We do appreciate it, and we appreciate you, Vine Nation, for sticking by us throughout the thick and thin. And until the next time that I see you, have a great rest of your day, and a great time with all that you play. Hop up on your dragons and get out of here. Bye, guys. What was that? Vine Nation, we love making content here for you on the channel, and we're almost at 10,000 subscribers, so subscribe now and help us out. This video right here, I think you'll like. This video right here, YouTube thinks you'll like. Or you can just sit here and watch me dance as a dinosaur for a little bit longer. You can visit us at our social media outlets, and we're going to be improving our Patreon here soon. That's all for today. Miko, it's time to go. Good girl, Miko.